Good afternoon, everyone. How's life after the prelim? I hope you are all doing great. Now, we are down to the first topic in midterm, which is all about propagating trees and fruit trees. But before that, allow me to read the objectives of our lesson. First is we need to discuss the importance of planting and propagating trees, fruit-bearing trees, and marketing seedlings. Number two explains benefits derived from planting trees and fruit-bearing trees to families and communities. Since we are talking about propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees, let us first define what is a tree and what is a plant propagation. Tree Trees are erect plants with single woody stem. When we say erect plants, ito yung stem niya is growing vertically, upward, or paitaas. That is capable of reaching a height of 20 to 25 feet upon reaching maturity. On the other hand, plant propagation or yung pagpapalaganap ng mga halaman is the process of reproducing or creating a new plant or seedling. It is an important part of gardening, whether outdoors or indoors. So, meron tayong mga anyo or paraan ng plant propagation. We have sexual and asexual plant propagation. And maybe the following reporter will discuss about this and let us focus muna doon sa ating objectives. So now the question is, what is the importance or how important is planting, propagating trees, and fruit-bearing trees? Gaano nga ba sila kahalaga? Or gaano nga ba sila kaimportante? Buti pa sila may importansya. Di kagaya ng jowa mo na hindi man lang kayo pinahalagahan. Joke lang. The first one is planting and propagating trees and fruit-bearing trees is a source of livelihood, an additional income for daily needs of many Filipino families nowadays. So sa ngayon, ang pagtatanim at pagpapalaganap ng mga halaman o yung pagtatanim ng mga puno na namumunga ng prutas ay naging isang hanapbuhay ng mga mamamayang Pilipino. Hindi lang dito sa atin, pati na rin doon sa ibang bansa. Bakit nga ba? Dahil sa demand, pag-export ng ating mga produkto sa ibang bansa, at kahit dito sa atin, kung mayroon tayong garden, na kapag tatanim tayo and at the same time, pwede natin ipagbenta. The second one is planting and ornamental plants and vegetables. When we say ornamental plants, ito yung mga like orchids, or cactus, and many more. Na they have many benefits and contributions for the family and the community. Likewise, growing of trees and fruit trees is also pivotal. The third one is trees gives us shades against sunlight and the roots help in controlling the flow of rain and prevent flooding by absorbing rainwater. So yung shade trees, nag-absorb siya ng radiant heat from the sun, reducing the ambient temperature beneath them through an evaporative cooling process or evaporative cooling process. Kaya nga 'di ba pag doon tayo sa ilalim ng puno, napakasarap sa pakiramdam. Malamig yung hangin, we felt relaxed and we felt refreshed. And the last one is fruit-bearing trees can also be planted in your backyard. Gaya nga sinabi ko kanina, but it depends on several factors like the space in your backyard, the kind of soil you have in your backyard, and the type of climate in your community. So now, let us proceed to the marketing of seedlings. So, what do you think is the definition of marketing of seedlings? Okay, marketing of seedlings refers to the actual acquisition and selling of seedlings, intermediate storage, delivery, and sales promotional activities. So, seedling marketing is one of the most vital components of seedling technology. It depends on the size and the scope of the seedling industry, like in production, in processing, in storage, and quality control of seedlings. Now that we already know what is the definition of marketing of seedlings, now let's proceed to its importance. So, what is the importance of marketing seedlings? Importance of marketing seedlings first is to secure variety of seedlings. So, in order to acquire a plant patent, the investor must have actually asexually reproduced the plant. When we say asexual reproduction, this means that the plant is reproduced by means of other than seeds. It is usually accomplished by cutting or grafting of the plant. Number two is to preserve the quality of seedlings. So, how to produce good quality seed? So first one is you need to select a fertile field. Number two, use a clean, good quality seed. Number three, plow, paddle, and level the field well to control weeds and improve the water management. And lastly, if transplanting occur, plant young 15 to 20 days seedlings from a healthy, weed-free nursery at 2 per hill at 22.5 spacing. 22.5 centimeter spacing. So number three, to increase the number of plant species. So plant propagation here is applied in number three. Number four is to ensure the physical condition of seedling. Number five, to serve as income generating in the part of seeding growers. So, marketing of seedling becomes business activity for enterprising because of its great opportunity to increase their income. And lastly, to increase the production of trees and fruit-bearing trees. So now that we already know the importance of marketing seedlings, let's proceed to the benefits derived from planting trees and fruit-bearing trees to families and communities. So, bearing trees are valuable to the family and the community for the products and amenities they give, such as, first, wood used as fuel for cooking and heating. So, di ba alam naman natin, and it's very evident kahit ngayon, kahit sa una pa na gumagamit tayo ng wood para sa pagluluto at kung ano-ano pa man. Number two is fiber for the production for pulp and paper. So saan nga ba nakukuha yung fiber? It is trees. Okay, the third one is food like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and sugar. So this is very self-explanatory. Number four, the chemical products such as resin, rubber, and turpentine. And lastly, planting trees um, have benefits in construction materials like the lumber, plywood, and board. So aside from what have been stated, here are the other benefits that derives from trees. So imagine, napakahalaga ng puno sa ating buhay, sa ating mundo. Okay, the first one is trees prevent floods. So floods occur when water from rain rushes in causing soil erosion. However, if there are trees to serve as barriers and the roots to hold the water, flood will not occur. Number two, they protect the soil from erosion. So, have you seen a big roots that extend several meters from the trunk or go deeper into the soil? So these roots hold the soil, preventing it from eroding when rain or flood comes. Number three is the root system promotes soil stability. So this means that the soil healed by the roots remain there and does not erode. So the fourth one, trees serve as a valuable wildlife habitats. So why? Because wild animals live in places with so many trees like the forest. The fifth one is they prevent river and lake sedimentation. So why trees prevent river and lake sedimentation? Have you observed a river bank? that is lined endlessly with full-grown trees. So these trees helps hold the water in the lake and river and keep it there. This prevents the lake and river from drying up. The next one is they help maintain high quality water supply. So the roots of plants and trees help strain the dirt and cleanse the water as it passes through the roots. Kaya yung trees nagbibigay siya ng high water or high quality water supply. The next one is they help reduce pollution in congested urban areas. So remember that trees takes in carbon emitted from vehicles that belches smoke. So the more trees present, the less amount of carbon dioxide is in the air. The next one is they contribute to the beautiful landscape in the city and the countryside. So imagine a land with plenty of trees and grass and a scattering of flowers of beautiful colors, sizes, and shapes. The next one is they provide shade and an air of freshness around the house, along the streets and surroundings. So trees are very much needed by people in these times of climate change when the temperature is high and the heat of the sun becomes intense. So, without trees, there are no shades to keep us cool. The next one is they serve as windbreakers during typhoons and storms, thus reducing the destruction of home and agricultural crops. So a typhoon that is very strong usually moves at a very fast speed. So if it continues to be that strong and if there's no barriers on the path where it moves, but when it passes barriers like mountains and trees, it slows down and its speed is reduced. So small crops and plants as well as houses are safe when typhoon is weak. And lastly, they improve the atmosphere of a place by giving a feeling of freshness and coolness as they reduce temperature. So, yeah, that is the other benefits that derive from trees. And that's all. Thank you. So, if you have clarification or queries, you can DM me or contact my account, Jericho Limbera Tapaya. And I hope you'll learn something from my report. And thank you and have a good day.